How about going out today? How about visiting our relative in the city? How about buying new curtains for the office? How about appointing a fitness trainer? How about changing the interiors of our office? How about going on long drive? How about working from home today? How about growing exotic fruits in our farmhouse? How about having rabbits as pets? How about selling away this old car and buying a new one? How about Mahesh Babu playing the role of Shivaji? How about our Prime Minister addressing the university students? How about our boys participating in the rally? How about our children hosting the New Year party? How about your son conducting maths classes in the evenings? How about your staff attending the party? How about Suman chairing the meeting? How about Ilayaraja composing music for our next movie? How about some Hollywood star playing the role of villain in our movie? How about your parents coming to our place today? How about eating at a hotel today? How about starting a restaurant? How about undergoing makeover? How about drinking coconut water? How about conducting online classes? How about reading the holy books of all the religions? How about attending the music classes in vacation? How about learning something in this vacation? How about painting this rock? How about applying for a bank loan? How about taking the help of police? How about consulting an experienced cardiologist? How about holding the entrance test after the festival? How about sending our men as volunteers? How about demolishing and reconstructing the house? How about giving a written complaint? How about writing a letter to the minister concerned? How about filing a case against the company? How about cleaning the storeroom this Sunday? How about storing water in the tanks? How about taking a selfie near the seashore? How about displaying the banners in the city? How about adding one more floor? How about keeping an aquarium at the entrance? How about inviting the local MLA as the chief guest? How about shifting the dining table from here? How about cooking South Indian food for the guest? How about donating the old books to the poor children? How about celebrating your birthday at the nearby orphanage? How about searching for some clues in the laboratory? When we want to know somebody's opinion, when we want to suggest something indirectly, we use the above sentences. We form the sentences in this way. How about plus ing form followed by other words. Keep listening and keep practicing, keep learning English language. Thank you. To practice more such sentences, please join my Talk to Speak, an online practice course. Thank you. Read the sentences loudly, clearly, repeatedly to train the tongue. Understand the situation and the sentence structure clearly. Always make own examples to improve your spontaneity and fluency. But never do grammar exercises. They don't improve our communication skills. Thank you. Keep learning English language. Have a great time.